welcome if this is your first time here. My name is Day, and if you like these types of videos, go ahead and subscribe and join the Day Locs family. And for those of you who have been here, thank you guys so much for coming back to see me once again. So yet again, I have waited until the sun is setting to film. So we're in an awkward place because the sun is like beaming in here. So I pretty much wanted to come and do a end of the year like hair update, length check type of video, and not even necessarily end of the year. I just need to do one in general and let you guys know what's going on, because I always say to you guys that I am going to keep my journey 100% honest with you. I'm not perfect. I came on YouTube to share like the do's and don'ts that I have experienced in my journey, the things that I feel like can help other people in theirs, and to just encourage people in general with their journey. But I'm still human, I still make mistakes, and I would like to share those with you guys. This is my second loc journey. So I already went into this loc journey kind of knowing some of the things that I should and should not be doing. I do want to start off with a length check. So I'm 2 years locked, 2 years, and maybe like 2.5 years at this point because it's December. So 2.5 years locked, and I took some pictures or videos I'm gonna put on the screen for you guys where my hair is falling right now. Also, for those of you who don't know, I started with pretty much little to no hair. I had a shave cut before I started growing my hair out, and then I grew my hair out for a few months and then started my locks. So this is where my hair is right now, and it's not super long, but that's once again because I didn't start with much hair. So obviously 2 years is gonna look different for everybody, and this is what 2 years looks like for me, and I'm fine with it. I did dye my hair around this time last year, so I haven't had color in my hair in a year. And even though I have been itching for color, like terribly itching for like a deep burgundy, you guys know that is my favorite like color to do, like this deep burgundy color. I just don't want to suffer from any like thinning or anything like that, because my hair does not take to color that well. My goal is to really like take the time to honestly treat my hair like I treat everything else in my life, really focus on it, nurture it. Most of the time, since locks are so easy, for those of you who are new here, locks are easy to forget about. After you get past the first year and you stop caring about like the length and like the fuzziness and all that stuff that comes with the first year of locks, after your hair locks and you get used to it, you know what you're doing, it is very easy to neglect, because you literally wake up and go. You moisturize your hair and you leave it alone for the most part, unless you're like the type of person that really loves to style, which I'm not. I just leave my hair alone. So with that being said, it's easy to forget about it sometimes, which is not always a great thing. And I've suffered a lot from that. So my hair is fine, with the exceptions of two things. One, I have been experiencing a tremendous amount of lint, really bad, and it comes from several things. One, during the winter time, I love the knits, I love the sweaters, I love the scarves and things like that. You know that is very it's really hard to keep locks away from that. Locks attract lint in general, some people more than others, and me especially, my hair really attracts lint. So this was something that once again happened in my last journey as well. The entire back roll of my hair was like sucking in lint, and it's trying to do that again to me now. Let me see if I can show you guys. You can probably see it on camera, and it's literally, I have, how many locks do I have in the back? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 locks on my last row in the back. Those are the only locks on my entire head that is having this issue. So of course I can do one or two things. Lint is a little bit different than build up, because build up, there's some things you can do to kind of like get the buildup out. You can do rinses, you can do an ACV rinse, apple cider vinegar rinse, and I do plan on doing that. I think next week I'm gonna film that for you guys. But lint doesn't help with that. You can't like just pull like lint out with certain products, because it's kind of like embedded in the locks. And honestly, it sounds terrible, but one or two things that I honestly can do if I want to not like have to deal with it. Now, of course, I can just like leave it alone and just let my hair grow out and do better and just like trim it, you know, years down the line, which is an option. I can dye my hair again so that it doesn't look as noticeable, which I did a lot in my last journey. or I can just cut them off. And I have honestly considered that a lot. I've considered doing an undercut. The only reason I'm not like, the only reason I haven't done an undercut already is because my locks are not that thick. I don't really have full hair in general. I wasn't born with super full hair. So if I do an undercut, it might show through, and I don't know how I feel about that. And also the maintenance, I would have to keep it up like weekly, you know, because undercuts can look really bad if you don't keep it up. But that's my main thing. That was my biggest thing. And also another thing which I've dealt with as well is the locks on the corners of my head. So I ended up cutting one of my locks. I know to some people that's gonna sound like, what? But yeah, I cut one of them off, and it was the lock that I repaired over here, this one right here. If you guys will notice, like I did like a lock mistakes video earlier this year, and towards like the end of my pregnancy, what I was doing was putting my hair in a ponytail all the time and putting a wrap on. I wore wraps a lot to help me get through that time. But the pulling and stuff like put a lot of tension on the locks around the perimeter of my head, and some of them thinned out. And that one kind of thinned out really bad. And I was just really tired of looking at it, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was just tired of looking at it. Like, it just looked like if I didn't cut it, it was gonna break one day anyway. So I was just like, let me just go ahead and cut it. I really don't care. It's not like super noticeable. It's right here anyway. And I really like the way that it looks when I curl my hair, and this piece, it kind of, you know how some people have like the baby hair curls right here? That's what it looks like. So I'm not really tripping about it, but I'm taking it as a lesson learned, where I don't really put too much tension on my hair, because my hair can't take it. That's why it's so important for you guys to know your hair. Some people can do so many things with their hair and it really will not affect you, and some of you guys are like me, where you really have to be careful because the little things will affect you later. So I am back at square one with my hair, where it's very minimal tension, and I'm trying to just make sure I keep it covered with like my satin scarf. And also I have gone back to just simply oil and water, and that is it. And I know I've introduced some products to you guys that are an option to use on this channel, like Locklicious. They had some really good products, but even so, guys, I have cut down everything. I am like oil, water, oil, rose water, nothing else. I have not used anything else on my hair in a very long time. And I feel like that is helping me a lot too. So thank you guys so much for joining me for another hair update. Of course, if you have any questions, drop them down below. And if you guys have any personal questions, please reach out to me on Instagram. I'm a lot easier to find there at DayLocs. And yeah, I appreciate you guys for joining me for another video and just joining me on this journey in general. And I'll see you guys in my next one.